what we call social networking, although this is a big debate because I use LinkedIn and I use Facebook, and a lot of people say, isn't that for kids to like just talk to each other?
But it's more professional networking in this case,
That's the way I use it. Let's talk to somebody who knows more about this than we do. Reid Hoffman is the CEO of LinkedIn, and I understand, Reid, that you don't refer to it as social networking, what LinkedIn is. LinkedIn you refer to as professional networking?
Indeed. We call it professional networking because it's where you connect to people that you know professionally, former colleagues, classmates, people you've worked with. You establish a profile.
Assume nobody knows what this is. How do you describe it to somebody? It's like, how do you describe TiVo to somebody? How do you describe LinkedIn to somebody?
Well, it's where you establish a professional profile online and then collaborate with the people you've connected with, whether it's to find information or even find a job.
So it's like a resume, but not a resume. You can talk to people, you can see what, you can let people know about little updates in your life, right?
Exactly, and things that, for example, like one of the questions I asked on LinkedIn was, where should we locate our European headquarters?
And what did they say? In Europe?
Yes, well, yeah, they said, Europe's a good place. Actually, they pointed out a bunch of different things that I hadn't thought of. Things like, make sure there's multiple direct flights so you can get there easily, that sort of thing.
That's interesting. All right, so but for our audience who might be concerned about business opportunities or job opportunities, how does this work? So I get on, I connect up with people who are in a network that I'm in already?
Well, you connect to people you already know. You just send them an email invitation. It's pretty straightforward. You can even upload your address book to see who you know who's already there. And then after connecting to them, say, for example, you're interested in working in the internet industry, you can search for people you know at, eBay or Google or Yahoo. And many of these companies also use LinkedIn as a way of finding the talent they're interested in. We have over 900 companies today that are using LinkedIn. And that number is actually, even in the current economic crisis, growing. And then you can use your network to actually get an edge, as opposed to being one of 500 or 600 applications coming into a job posting. You can actually get a personal introduction into the hiring manager of the group.
Are we on LinkedIn together?
I am. Are we?
I don't know. I think I have an account, but I'm still trying to get the Facebook thing. I mean, LinkedIn is not the place where I'm going to see pictures of you in 1980 with big hair, right?
Well, that's a good point, Reid. That's not what that's for. Facebook is for the high school photos and finding your ex-girlfriends and things like that. This is not what
LinkedIn is for talking to colleagues and finding a job and developing a business and moving your professional skills forward.
Exactly right. And basically, we don't have photo sharing. I mean, photo sharing is something that's fun, etc., but it's not really something you would do while you're at the office.
How is the space, though? Because here's the thing. I keep getting invitations to join all these different groups that I've never heard of before. I mean, different social networking and professional networking groups. I mean, is the important thing here the first mover advantage, that people know what LinkedIn is, and so you hope to be the granddaddy of this? Or do you have people nipping at, do you have to worry about other groups?
Because if I'm joining networks, I want to know which one to join, or do I join them all?
Well, so LinkedIn, we have over 36 million people now. We're growing at over a professional a second. And there's no one even close to us in size in the professional space.
Is this because of the recession? Do you think people know they've got to get their information online, they've got to get out there, they've got to let people know that they're there and that they're looking?
I think it's everything from, kind of current job seekers looking for an edge to people realizing that, these are economically turbulent times and you want to take control of your own kind of, the destiny of your career. What's going to happen with you in the future economically.
Reid, good to talk to you. Thank you for being with us and shedding some light on this. By the way, I'm a free LinkedIn thing. There's an element of it that's available entirely free to you, and then there are certain services that you can use for a paid amount of money.
Is the revenue from the paying of the money, or is the revenue from
it's from the paying of the money.
The advertising?
Yeah, it's from paying. It's got a sort of a clean feel to it. You go into LinkedIn. I think it's kind of.
Well, we keep having, the reason why we're talking about this is we keep having professional experts come on telling us now you've got to make sure if you're looking for a job that you've got your profile updated where it needs to be updated so that people on the social and professional network sites can find. So we just want to show you what it is.
Well, you also, we started talking about the Rocky Mountain News and newspapers and demise. The newspapers used to be the key place that you went to get a job.
Not anymore. And ironically, now the people in newspapers are looking to these new media for, this is where they're...
Do you read your papers online, by the way?
I do, but I like to hold a newspaper and circle things.
Like, I have a Kindle from Amazon. I know,
you do have one,
but I don't use it. A lot of people I know use it for reading newspapers. I actually like to read it. I sort of visualize where the article was. I don't know.
It's an old way of thinking, but I think a lot of young people, they don't have that. They don't have that top of the fold, bottom of the fold, inside. They don't have that.
Today's kids are not the way it used to be.
Kids these days,
Today's energy isn't the way it used to be. When I was